courage we need for our journey ahead, teach us to endure and survive the challenges of life, and allow us to shine in our pilgrimage. Amen. And I just wanted to mention that we've got our shells, and also I have a bag of coins that Leslie gave me, so we're walking with those in support of Deb. Okay, and we'll speak to you again later. In September 2017, Doug and I went to Spain and Portugal to walk part of the Camino. We originally intended to do the coastal route, but got scared that we wouldn't be able to walk that far. So we decided to do the last 100 Ks, and that actually starts just beyond the coastal route. So we started inside the Portuguese border at a place called Valenca, and we walked through Spain, through Galicia, to Santiago De Compostela. The route was quite varied. Sometimes we were walking through country villages, lanes, through vineyards, under grapevines. Sometimes we were walking along major roads. It just was quite different the whole way along. Day 2 was probably the hardest day. It was quite hilly. Going down the hills, I took up walking in a zigzag style, because it was just easier on your knees and your ankles. We came across quite a few people. Sometimes we found we were on our own. We might be walking alone for an hour or so, and then we'd see some more pilgrims. Usually they overtook us. People tend to walk a lot faster than us. And then when you stop for lunch, you seem to meet up with people again. There was a few days that we saw people on consecutive days. There were some Canadians, some South Koreans, English, and it was always really nice to chat to people from different places. We met a lady walking with her baby on her back, which was really interesting because we thought it was pretty hard on our own. Okay, so here we are. We're just walking up a rocky mountain track. We actually had quite a few pilgrims pass us this morning, so possibly because the Portuguese coastal route joined with the Portuguese way, so there's maybe more people because of that. The rain sort of eased off a bit, so it's quite pleasant walking. It's not hot, and as you can see, we are in at the moment. Yay. This is day 3. We've just set out from Arcade, I think it's called. We stayed in a hotel just back there with the red roof. We had one of those rooms up the top of the balcony, and you can see the sea. They call it a sea, it doesn't look like a sea. Over to the left, and we're heading on to somewhere, I can't remember. Pontevedra maybe?
Pontevedra.
Oh yes, that's it. Okay, so we have just taken a little bit of a detour following our Portugal Green Walks booklet. We've left our hotel, which is up on the hill there, seaside. As you can see, it's tidal, and the tide is out. And there's a marina and a bridge in the distance. So we're now going to continue along with the ocean on our left until we get to where the track joins up again at a bridge, hopefully. Okay, so ahead of us here we have the medieval bridge. Apparently this is the scene of Napoleon's bloodiest battle. Okay, so you can disregard that last little bit of information because the bridge that we saw, lighthouse, you probably thought looked a bit modern for Napoleon. Well, it certainly was, and when we were halfway across it we could see this bridge over here, which is obviously the one we're meant to be crossing. We did start crossing the bridge before we realised that this looked much more like it was from Napoleon's time. And a lovely Portuguese man or Spanish man stopped and gave us a very long-winded explanation about which way we should have gone. We didn't understand a word of it, but we just went with our gut. Okay, so here we are about to cross this medieval bridge. Apparently this is where Napoleon's bloodiest battle was. we're rejoining the way, so you can see there's other pilgrims now, and it's just started to rain. It's hardly rain, in fact I think by the time we got our jackets on it stopped, but anyway, it's not unpleasant, it's quite welcome. So here we are about to set off on day 4. This is the hotel that we've stayed in here, and the delicious place. We'd occasionally hear this noise coming and think, oh, what's coming up behind us? And they'd have like little tractors with a cart on, and they'd have all the corn laden on the back of the tractor, and often Nonna was sitting on the back too while her husband was driving the tractor, or it might be a dog that was on there, and they sometimes used horses. One of the vineyards where we saw them picking grapes, they had a horse and cart to take these huge baskets of grapes back to their home. Okay, so here we are, day 5, Wednesday I think. We're heading from Palais de Rey or Rousse or something like that, we still don't know how to say it, to Padron, and it's about 21 kilometres, so we're heading off nice and early. It's 8:30, we just had breakfast and we're going. In hindsight, we probably could have walked a bit further than we did in Spain. We probably should have done the coastal route, although we weren't really up to doing the whole of that route, but we could have done perhaps another 3 or 4 days. So we were pleasantly surprised that we were quite fit. Some of the highlights for our trip were seeing the Padron stone at a place called Padron. That was in the cathedral there, and that's actually where the boat that had the body of St. James in, after his followers had managed to get his body back after he'd been put to death, and they put him into a boat, and it actually was set off to float and came to land at Padron and was moored there for a while before they were able to move it on to Santiago. So we actually saw that stone in the cathedral there, so that was quite a privilege for us to be able to see that on that particular route, which if you'd chosen another route through Spain or France, you may have seen other highlights, but that was special on our route. Santiago was a very busy place. There was lots of pilgrims. Obviously it's where all the routes end, and at the Mass there was 1,500 pilgrims in the cathedral for that service. Everybody was really excited because at random services they will swing the perfumo, it's called. It's like a great big incense ball that hangs from the ceiling, and it has about, I think, 4 men that have to pull on ropes to make it swing through the cathedral, and you never know whether you're going to be at a service where it swings, and so there was quite a sense of anticipation. Everyone was hoping it was going to swing, and of course it didn't, so at the end it was sort of, everyone was a little bit let down. But yeah, our tour guide, or the man that organised our tour, said he's been to 8 services and only seen it once, so maybe next time we'll get to see it. We found walking each day was actually really peaceful and calm. All you had to worry about was putting one foot in front of the other. It didn't matter about our luggage, we knew that was being taken care of. If it rained, we put on our raincoat or an umbrella up, and providing nothing was hurting, and occasionally you did get a few aches and pains, you just kept walking. And we'd usually look forward to lunch because that was a chance to sit down and have something to eat. But on the whole it was just very peaceful and relaxing.